Alright, it's finally time to start the Regear on my YJ. I think I'm just going to start with the front axle and I'm going to completely pull it out from under the Jeep. You don't have to do that obviously, but I want to do a few things to it anyway. Like I'm going to completely cut that track bar bracket off and just clean up that section of the axle. And I want to clean it off completely and thoroughly so that I can paint it to match my 8.8, since the rear axle in this Jeep is much cleaner looking and just looks a lot better. So I'm going to run to the car wash first. Just pressure wash this really well, get all the dirt and mud and everything off the axle. And there's a couple other spots I want to paint too. Like I still want to paint the inside of the tub back here above the rear tire. So we'll do that first. Alright, it's go time. I haven't been able to be outside very much lately because California once again is burning and the air quality is so bad right now. All right. Alright, it's out. Made a little bit of a mess. I considered draining the gear oil out of it before I moved it, and I was like, nah, it'll be okay. And I was wrong. So, gear oil all over the garage floor. But she's out of there. You can see this diff got nailed at some point. I'm assuming that happened at the moon rocks. Ugh. And here's what I'm going to cut. I'm just going to cut it, you know, I guess as flush as I can with this section. And just get rid of it. Don't need it. But this is why I wanted to take it fully off. You can see how much, like, I never really painted it really well underneath, and some parts of it I didn't really paint at all. So while it's off, I'll get it cleaned up and put some Rust-Oleum on it like I did for the rear. I also want to redo this block off plate where the CAD used to be. I think these bolts that are these factory bolts that I'm using to hold this plate on, I think they're too long and they're bottoming out before they get a good grip on this plate because it's kind of leaking. So I'm going to take all that off, get some shorter bolts, and RTV it really good before I put that plate back on. Alright, so not much progress, but some progress. Here's my gears and my rebuild kit right here. So this will be the next big modification to go on. And my diff cover for the 30. So I'll finally put this on. Finally going to match the rear with that. So next weekend I will go over this, clean it up, cut that bracket off, paint it really well, drain the gear oil out of it, and then start tearing that center down so I can do the gears. I'm not going to rush that. I want to do that right. This will be the first differential or axle that I've ever re-geared, so I'm going to take my sweet time. But anyway, it's over 100 degrees and it's smoky outside, so I think I'm done for the day.